Friends, today we are going to narrate a story about some dogs whose struggle and determination brought tears to everyone's eyes. So let's begin. In Antarctica, there is a national research center where a guide named Jerry wakes up his 8 husky dogs, sleeping outside, as it is time for their meal. For Jerry, these dogs are like family, especially a female dog named Maya, who is his favorite. However, he loves all of them equally. Meanwhile, a plane lands, bringing Kate, Jerry's girlfriend, and renowned scientist Dr. Davis, who has been sent here for a special purpose. Later that night, everyone is relaxing and playing cards when Kate asks Cooper about his girlfriend, a mechanical engineer. He shows a photo of a model and claims she is his girlfriend, but everyone laughs, doubting his words. Jerry then asks Davis about his purpose there, and Davis reveals he needs to find a meteorite near Mount Melbourne. Jerry is shocked, as the place is not accessible at this time. He warns Davis that snowmobiles cannot travel there, and it is in the opposite direction, requiring them to battle strong winds. Therefore, they must take the dogs. Although Jerry does not want to go, his boss insists, and Jerry eventually agrees. The next morning, Jerry secures his dogs with ropes attached to a sled. Davis comes out with an overwhelming amount of luggage, but Jerry says nothing and prepares for the journey. Before leaving, Cooper takes a photo of them, and they set out. The journey is long, so Jerry ensures the dogs face no difficulties, sometimes walking alongside them. One day, Jerry notices an open field, likely a frozen lake or glacier, and instructs Davis to stay back as he checks for cracks. However, Davis, being inexperienced with handling dogs, causes one dog to veer off, leading to the sled getting stuck in a crack. The crack quickly widens, large enough to swallow a car. Jerry acts swiftly, commanding the dogs to pull the sled forward. Luckily, Davis is saved, but Jerry warns him not to bring so much luggage next time. They set up camp, where Davis shares stories about his wife and child. Jerry, however, is troubled as his relationship with Kate is deteriorating. The next day, they continue their journey and finally see the majestic Mount Melbourne. Back at the base, a message arrives that they must evacuate before 2 massive storms hit. Kate urgently contacts Jerry, asking him to return, but Davis insists on continuing to find the meteorite, seeing it as his life's mission. Reluctantly, Jerry agrees to stay until noon. They set out again, but the storm intensifies. Davis eventually spots the meteorite and thanks Jerry, but they must rush back. At the base, Kate learns the storm has arrived earlier than expected, but Jerry and Davis are out of communication range. While returning, Jerry notices one dog bleeding from its paw and stops to check. Meanwhile, Davis moves ahead, searching for a signal, but steps on thin ice, falling into a crevasse. His leg breaks, and he plunges into freezing water. Jerry acts quickly, using Maya to pull Davis out with a rope. Davis is saved, but his condition is critical. Jerry wraps him in warm clothes and resumes the journey despite the worsening storm. Back at the base, Kate pleads with her boss to send a rescue plane, but she is denied as the storm is too dangerous. Meanwhile, Jerry pushes forward through the snowstorm. Kate waits anxiously, but hours pass with no sign of them. Just when hope seems lost, she spots the dogs pulling Jerry, who is unconscious, back to the base. The dogs have given their all to save him. Davis's condition is severe, and Jerry's fingers are frostbitten. The boss orders an evacuation, leaving the dogs behind. Jerry protests, unwilling to abandon them, but there is no room on the plane. Kate promises to return for the dogs, convincing Jerry to leave. The plane takes off, and the dogs, sensing abandonment, bark helplessly as they watch Jerry leave. At the new base, Jerry wakes up and asks Cooper about the dogs. When told they are still there, he confronts Kate for not keeping her promise. She explains that authorities have banned travel to the area until winter ends. Desperate, Jerry begs officials for a plane, but they refuse, deeming it too dangerous. Time passes, and Jerry is consumed with guilt and worry for the dogs. He approaches NGOs and sponsors, seeking funding to rescue them, but no one is willing to help. Even Davis advises against wasting money, believing the dogs are likely dead. Heartbroken, Jerry reminds Davis of how the dog saved his life twice. Meanwhile, the dogs survive 4 days without food or water, freeing themselves from their chains except for one elderly dog who has lost hope. Maya tries to encourage him, but he remains motionless, ready to accept his fate. The other dogs hunt birds for food, sustaining themselves.
Thank you for watching the movie. If you like my explanation, please like and subscribe to my channel for support so I can make more videos for you.